Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Maperuski, for beer review number 34. And today I got something pretty much also brand new like the last one. It is by Sawdust City Brewing Company. It is their A Place to Stand Ontario Pilsner. Here's a can, kind of cool. And it is brewed in collaboration with Great Lakes Brewery, one of my favorite breweries, and the Griffin Gastropub. So, let's see what we got. It is a Pilsner. Oh, wait, before I even get to that, it says in celebration of Canada's 150th. So, it's a Pilsner coming in at 5% ABV, or alcohol by volume, and also it is 35 IBUs, or International Bitterness Unit. So not too bitter, but just a little below the halfway mark. So let's crack her open and see what we got. Still, these damn fingernails are way too short to get open the tab. There we go. Yeah. Alright, let's pour her up in our Lake of Bays glass. And here we go. Pour a little bit more. Perfect. The can is sitting right there. Like this new setup. You can see the glass, you can see the can, you can see the sort of the behind the scenes with the microphone and laptops over to the side. Kind of nice. So, looking at this beer, it is not super clear. I mean, it actually is more clear than most other beers. Pilsners are more subdued in their haziness. There's a bit a little slight haze. I can still see through it fairly decently, and I can see good carbonation coming up straight through the middle of the glass. About a pinky-sized head on there, kind of thing, but looks really nice. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Pilsners. I think they have there's a sort of a sharp note to them that doesn't really tickle my fancy, but sometimes they can be quite enjoyable. So hopefully this is one that I do enjoy. Let's have a sniff, and we'll sip, and then we'll cheers. Yeasty for sure. A little bit of malt body to it. Very light malts. A little hoppy as well, as I get some head on my nose. Stick my nose in too far, I see. A slight hoppiness. Very yeasty, some light malts in there. So let's have a sip and see what we got. Yeah, there's that little bit of Pilsner kind of sharpness to it, but actually pretty good. You know, that sharpness gives it, I guess, in my sense, that Pilsner zing to it kind of thing, but it's more, Pilsners are more of a lager styled rather than a pale ale or something like that. I think it's I think Pilsners come from a Czech background, if I'm not mistaken. So let's cheers and continue on with the video. Cheers, everybody. Oh, sorry, I want to dive into this. Very yeasty, very bready, like a white bread, maybe even a rye, maybe even a sourdough bread is what I'm getting from it. Very slight hoppiness to it. Malts are there, no caramel or toffee, but just a light toasted, roasted malt kind of thing. More toasted than roasted. So let's read what the can has to say. Sawdust City, A Place to Stand, Ontario Pilsner. In celebration of Canada's 150th anniversary, we've collaborated with our pals at Great Lakes Brewery and the Griffin Gastropub to brew a beer that we feel not only showcases all that Ontario has to offer, but also truly represents our home and native land. Using 100% Ontario-grown ingredients, we've brewed a classic Pilsner-style lager. Malt from the good folks at Barn Owl in Belleville, Ontario, and hops from the VQH Hop Farm in Eden, Ontario, give this lager a light cracker body that builds to a hop-forward and dry finish, perfect on the dock in the summer or after a game in the winter. Place to Stand Pilsner is truly a taste of Ontario. Please give us a place to stand. Give us a place to stand and a place to grow and call this land Ontario. What the hell? Ontario. That little bit is from a recent Ontario commercial on TV and sometimes on YouTube before a video with our ad placements. It's like, give us a place to grow. Oh, shit. Give us a place. It's a fucking play on words. It's clever. I like it. It's clever. But I'm not a big fan of the commercial. That's neither here nor there. What else does it have? Ingredients: Muskoka water, malts are Ontario Pilsner malt, and hops are Ontario, Mount Hood, Cascade, and Chinook. Yeast is a house lager. Brewed and packaged at Sawdust City, Ontario, Brewing Co. in Gravenhurst. So just outside of Muskoka, and anything else? Nope. No IB. Yeah, no IBUs are there. 35 IBUs. Cool. You know what? That breadiness, I don't know why they say it's hop forward. It's not hop forward. You get the hops more in the finish. You get more of the yeast and the slight maltiness of it. It's like a flavorful lager, more or less is what it is. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's good. As far as pilsners go, I actually do quite enjoy this. You know, I guess just because of the nice malts and the breadiness and the yeastiness. And then the hops also add those extra characteristics to it, which is really nice. Sorry, I have mustache hairs tickling my nose. Let's look on the website. So, on the website of Sawdust City, it is www.sawdustcitybrewing.com. And for their description of the beer, it is exactly the same as the can, and it's showing how it is 5% ABV and has 35 IBUs. So all the information is there and is also there on the can, which is perfect. I like that. I like to see that. Brewing on date or best before date, I cannot find. There's two little black kind of ink blotches on the bottom. Maybe they are stamps, but they have been obscured either through just bad stamping or something else, which is fine. You know, maybe they wanted to put it on there, it didn't come through, but whatever. Overall, okay, no, not overall. Let's look on Beer Advocate now. No BA score, no the bros, because it is so new. But for a review, I found one is here by a gentleman, and he gave it a 3.81 out of 5. They say, I'm not a Pilsner aficionado, but lovely golden color with a thick head that held until the beer finished. The aroma is oddly hoppy for style, but it works for me. I'm guessing US hops rather than usual Saz. The flavor is therefore more hoppy, but nicely balanced by bready malt. Relatively full mouth for a Pilsner. You know what, the hops are there, for sure, more in the mid to the final finish. And the breadiness and the yeastiness are spot on perfect for this beer. And for my palate, I do quite enjoy it. There's not much that really stands out to me in this beer. I guess it is the hoppiness to it mostly. Pilsners aren't as hoppy as this, which is fine. I kind of like that little bit of a twist, a little bit of a difference, a little bit of change up for the style. Overall, it is damn well really easy drinking. For sure, you know, I could definitely recommend this to somebody who wants to get into the craft beer, especially since even though like it is a Pilsner and Pilsners are more of a lager styled beer, but with the hops in there as well, you can definitely get somebody accustomed to that really big, bold, sharp bitterness of more hop forward beers. So this is a perfect beer for that, in my opinion. And I also like how they've used all, I guess, naturally, not naturally, but like homegrown ingredients, from the malts to the hops, out here in Belleville and in Eden. So that's really nice to see, especially since it is to celebrate to celebrate Canada's 150th. And being in collaboration with Great Lakes Brewery is definitely a step in the right direction for collaborations, as far as I can tell, just because Great Lakes are really good with their pale ales and IPAs and all those other things. So, let's cheers on the final sip, everybody. Cheers. Decent lacing around the glass, I can see. Nothing too crazy, but a nice little bit of design. You know what? I do actually enjoy this beer quite a bit. You know what? It actually surprised me. I think I just really like the balance of the yeastiness and the breadiness and the malts with the very slight hoppiness to it. It gives a good balance of flavors for sure. With the hoppiness, I'm not really getting grapefruit or anything. I'm getting more of a straight bitterness. Can't really say pine, but like sourdough bread is the best way to go with what I'm tasting, and I absolutely love sourdough bread. I think it's a great bread, and I think with the flavors in this, it's just actually put out a really good beer, for sure. I'm kind of speechless right now. It really taken me by surprise. I guess overall for the beer itself, I gotta give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. You know what? It is quite delicious. I enjoy it. Like I said, Pilsners aren't my favorite style of beer, but 8.5 out of 10 for this, for the beer flavor is, pretty darn good in my opinion. Overall for presentation, I like how they have the, they have the mandatory ABV, they got the IBUs, they also have two other things, the SRM and the FG. I'm not sure what those are. I think SRM is the color of the beer itself, and the FG, I'm not sure. I still need to, learn, like we always do. We're always learning more about different topics of such stuff and things, so this is something I gotta learn about in the whole craft beer industry, which I like. They give it that nice information. The can is beautiful, it has a nice blue with boots. Don't know what the boots come from. I guess a place to stand. You stand on boots. There you go. And the font, Sawdust, always has a really cool looking old western kind of style font to it. So overall for presentation for the can and the website is a solid, it's got to be a solid 10 out of 10. Nice looking can. All the information is there on the can and the website. So 10 out of 10 for presentation. What did I say for the beer? 8.5 out of 10 for the beer? Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, that'll do it for me, Maple Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.